Welcome to Get to Know Your County Commissioner, the program that speaks with elected officials about issues of importance in our community. I'm Jeanette Perez. This year marks the 10th anniversary for the Miami International Agriculture, Horse, and Cattle Show. The three-day family event takes place April 14th through the 16th at Tropical Park. And joining me now to give us an overview is the creator of the event, District 10 Commissioner, Senator Javier Souto. Welcome and thank you for being here.
Hey,
and congratulations on the 10th anniversary.
Thanks for having me here. Yeah, it's a great thing that we got to 10 years, and we started this idea going way back, as when I realized with friends, you know, I was coming from the state senate, and in the state from Tallahassee, and in Tallahassee I had been very much involved in agriculture. Agriculture is my background, my family background from Cuba, agribusiness in general. You know, my family was involved in different things with cattle and also sugarcane and coffee and so it's in my blood, I guess, you know. And when I was in Tallahassee, it all came back to me again, you know, after so many years. And I realized that Florida is an agricultural state. People think about the beaches and the golf courses and the fishing and all that, you know, and the tourism. And people lose track of that. Agriculture is very important in Florida. It's the number 2 source of revenue. We're talking about billions of dollars, billions and billions of dollars. The impact of Florida agriculture has been tremendous. Just to give you a glimpse of it. Now, the cattle people they had in Florida, they had a show every year in Ocala. And back like in the, it was like in the 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s, the thing went kaput. They just collapsed.
It stopped it.
Yes, stopped the show. The show was a show in Ocala designed to sell, to help the breeders in Florida of different breeds to sell in Latin America mainly. And it stopped. So, you know, no one was interested in picking up the slack and moving forward. And some of them spoke to me and said, you know, this thing is... And then it just happened that I came here to the county. It was when I came from the Senate to the county. And we got into the building right away. I got into, with Tropical Park and all that, into Hurricane Andrew came and destroyed the park, and I rebuilt. I got the manager there. In those days we had managers, the county manager, and I said, we need to rebuild this park. We need to get going with this park. This is a tremendous park.
Right. The
park was in shambles, and we got rebuilding the park. We invested just with the trees and things and fixing up. We spent $2-3 million bucks. A lot of money, you know, a lot of destruction. That took us into the horses thing.
Right.
And from the horses we went to the whole show. Bulls and cows and things, and now, and we said at the beginning, what do we call this thing, you know, when we started with the idea of having a kind of a livestock show. And it's all, in my mind, it has always been high-tech agriculture, because we don't want to be big, we want to be good, we want to be excellent, we want to be the best of the best. And we came with the name Miami International Agriculture and Cattle Show. Then we added horse and also after that. And we started. And we went better and better and better. And the quality of the cattle that is exhibited there is the best in the country.
It's definitely grown tremendously.
Oh yes. And then we realized the fact that the kids loved it. The families loved it. And so we said, we need to get with the families and the kids. And we started, and we added some more things. We brought goats, for instance. This year is going to be the year of the goat, because we're going to bring a lot of goats from Florida A&M. Yeah, you know, the kids love the goats. And
you mentioned Florida A&M University, FAMU,
yes,
in Tallahassee.
Yes.
They're bringing an educational component?
Famous, exactly. They're famous for the goat program. People don't know that in South Florida, people eat a lot of goat meat, because there's a lot of folks from the islands, from the Caribbean, and including the Dominican Republic, Cuba, you know, and of course Jamaica, and of course all the islands in the Caribbean. We're trying to always improve the show, change it, so it won't be stale.
You'll still have a petting zoo this year.
Oh
for the
yeah,
kids.
petting zoo and everything, and we're going to have a lot of noise, a lot of music. We had some years ago. Well, you know that the monies from these shows go to a school for autism.
Yes.
And people don't know that in 7 years we have given this school over $500,000.
That's incredible.
$500,000. That's money.
That's really nice.
So it's school for 180 some kids in the north part of the county, top of the line school, open school, all kinds of races, all kinds of religions. Fantastic school.
The South Florida Autism Charter School in Hialeah.
Charter School.
Yeah.
And I think they love the big animals. They tend to like the big bulls and the big horses. So
talking about the proceeds, there is a cost of admission to the
there's
fair, right?
Yeah, it's going to be $3.
Okay. But kids 12 and under are free?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and there's going to be food trucks. Famous Anthony Bourdain?
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
if you Google Anthony Bourdain in Tropical Park, you'll see Anthony Bourdain in Tropical Park with the food trucks.
Right.
Same deal, same food trucks, same things.
And there's live music?
Maybe Anthony Bourdain will come. We'll
That
send
would
an
be nice.
invitation. Yeah, so, live music from schools. There was a moment when we had music from people that we contracted, give them money, and professional people. Well, the more I looked into that, the more we looked into that, and I have a group of people who advise me and help me. And we realized that we could do just about the same with the school bands. And you've seen the school bands. And,
they're very good.
And we're adding more school bands and more music and more noise and more stuff. And the kids love it, the families love it. And this is a very special kind of show. And the kids can play all these. They love to play all these Rubén Darío, Glades, Rockway, all those schools. And we invite all and every school. As a matter of fact, this year we're going to be doing a little bit different stuff. We're going to have like 4 different areas where we're going to have a little stage there and maybe some special interpreters, boys and girls, piano, trumpet, stuff like that. They will do solos or something like that for people to see. They're going to love
nice.
that.
That's really nice.
We're trying to move it. It's like when you play baseball. Did you play baseball?
I never did. My brother did.
Well,
I
I
did.
play a lot of baseball, and when you pitch, you got to move the ball. You can you can pitch the same ball every day or the same guy. If you don't move the ball, they hit the ball out of the park. So, we got to move the ball.
There's definitely a lot to look forward to. Some of the other activities include the 5-Star Rodeo. They'll be there with bull riding and team roping and the Andalusian and Paso Fino horse shows again.
Oh, yes.
And exotic plants and flowers for sale.
We're trying to bring a guy who's a champion lasso guy in the country. We're trying to do some different stuff. Every year we do some different stuff.
And I heard also this year something different
Are you going to bring
Sunday.
your boots and your hat?
Oh yes, I'll bring my boots and hat.
Okay, right.
But on Sunday you're going to have an Easter egg hunt.
Oh yeah, that's a big deal. The egg hunt. So in Tropical Park,
Yes.
what a beautiful setting. Tropical Park, the best, with all the lakes, and all the. There's no other park like Tropical Park. Tropical Park is the best, number one in this county.
And you'll still have the cattle auction.
Oh yes, that's the first day. The first
Right.
day we want to have the cattle auction. By the way, this year it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the whole day.
So it starts a little earlier on Friday.
Yes,
than in
it
the past years.
starts earlier, and
Kids will be on spring break.
exactly. So families will have more time to enjoy, right?
Right.
I think it's going to be. All we need is the help from the good Lord that the weather will be okay.
That's right.
Something like today, it's a beautiful day.
Thank you so much, Senator, for
Okay,
being here and
sure.
giving us a little overview of
All
how
right.
it got started and what we can expect this year.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. That's all for this edition of Get to Know Your County Commissioner. For more information about the Miami International Agriculture Horse and Cattle Show, visit miamicattleshow.org. And to stay up to date with the latest in our county, be sure to connect with us on social media. For Miami-Dade TV, I'm Jeanette Perez. Thanks for watching.